Hey there, welcome back to Skirmish Minute Gaming. Luke here. I'm glad for you to join me, whether you're live or not. Hello to Josh from Three Spires. Thanks for joining. And good job he is as well, because the main reason I wanted to do this today, we've got some news about Kill Team. I'm going to update you about. I wanted to do this live just because I know everybody's probably bored at home anyway. So if you are joining us live, or you're going to join us live at some point throughout the stream, great stuff. Get involved in the comments and let us know what you want to talk about. If you want to ask any questions or anything. But we've got a few topics today. We've got we can talk about Warcry if people want to talk about Warcry. There are many new releases to come for them. Obviously, we've still got some things missing for Warcry, but Kill Team is the thing on my mind at the moment, and I'm sure many of yours. Are we going to get any new Kill Team content over the next month to 2 months? Obviously, we're in this lockdown, we're in this situation where we have to be waiting for things now for when things return back to normal. And I hope everybody is staying well and staying safe indoors who are taking part in lockdown. But if you're not watching live, then great. Please do subscribe if you're new and throw a like on the video. If you're not watching live, these videos, SkirmishCasts, are going to be designed so that you can watch them post live anyway. So that's hopefully you'll enjoy it either way. But yeah, with Kill Team, we'll get on to that in a moment. But first of all, I wanted to just say a big thank you to those who joined us on the live stream that we did rolling dice for mental health. We did that about, I think it was on my birthday. It's coming up to about a month ago now. We raised just over £500, 30% of which went to Three Spires Gaming for Josh and his brilliant idea over there. So that'll hopefully help out with a lot of things. And then the rest of the money went to mind.org, brilliant charity. And especially, I obviously didn't expect it to happen, but considering that it has actually come about, that there's this crisis now where we're all in lockdown, people are struggling with their mental health. I think having done it for mental health awareness and charities like so was a great idea in the end, because it ended up being quite a topical thing for now anyway. So all the money's been sent for them, and thanks so much to everybody who donated. I've got two names for two people who donated. I did say that we'd have prize giveaways. Sorry that it's taken a little while to come out, but I wanted to kind of wait and see if anybody else was going to donate and so on, and just get everything together to do a bit of a video like this for you guys. So I have two names from people who donated on the Just Giving page. Casey R, that's Casey and surname R, I'm guessing, and then Red Crovey. So there's the Cypher Lords box set and the Mind Stealer Spheranx are both up for grabs. So if you guys both want to email myself at skirmishminiaturegaming@gmail.com, or you can pretty much message through any other means like Facebook, that kind of thing. You can Facebook the channel. I'm not sure if you don't think you can leave a comment though if you want on the video, and I'll get in touch with you. But you guys are the winners of the prize giveaways from that live stream that we did. So thanks so much to everybody who got involved with that, and there you go. Congratulations, guys! You are the winners of the prizes. Otherwise, we'll get on to the main topics for this SkirmishCast then. As I said, I wanted to do this live so I can interact with people. If you want to get involved in the comments, bring up any topics you like, etc. I'm quite happy to do that. But Kill Team then. So obviously it will have been on people's minds that we haven't had an expansion since the Kill Team annual last year, 2019 annual. And people have been kind of speculating, saying, is it going to be a reboot? Is it going to be a just another new expansion like we had last year with Elites? We had that mid-year, didn't we? I think it was about summertime. I think it was announced that, I want to say, either Adepticon or Warhammer Fest. Xavier Soviet says it's been a year. Yep, it's been about a year since Elites came out, I think, or roughly. I think it was summertime. So it's been a while since we've had a proper expansion, because I mean we had the Kill Team annual, that was December, right? Because that's when all the annuals are released. But one thing I will say is, if people are thinking there's going to be a reboot, I've got to get it down to you and say I very much doubt it. If there is, it's going to be a hard reboot, and it'll be along the lines of, say, like more like Warcry. So they'll tone down the rules and everything. They'll simplify the game. I think that will be a thing eventually. But compared to the Age of Sigmar community, 40k community is a lot older. Sigmar drew in quite a new crowd because you had the Warhammer Fantasy fans, and now they brought in that. Gamma last year, says Xavier. Soviet was when they announced it. So there you go. The Gamma show, I think that's in America, isn't it? So, was when they announced it. So yeah. So then I guess we'll go on to talk about obviously what the new expansion would be. I hardly doubt that, but if there is, it will be, I think, like I said, it'll be simplified. The 40k community are a lot more hard than the, say, Sigmar community, the much older community, and they enjoy the rules and the setup of Warhammer 40,000. So it's, it's a lot harder to change a game and the mechanics of a game when you have a community that like things like the kill team setup that much. I think, to be honest, as opposed to Warcry, which obviously, and Warcry has been a massive success for GW. So don't forget that they really have done well with that, and you can tell by the new releases that they're doing throughout the year. When we first got Kill Team, I don't seem to recall there being so many releases one after the other, like boom, boom, boom. Warcry seems to have been really hitting it hard. And I think GW would be in their interest at some point to almost either do a soft reboot or a full reboot for Kill Team, to be able to give out that same kind of style, like release separate stat cards and things like that, rather than all these different books. And you have as nice as it is to have all of your combined rules in one book with Kill Team. It's easier to release separate rules just on cards like Warcry is doing, and for GW it makes them the dough. So that's why they do that. But we've got Beyond Hope saying good afternoon all. Good afternoon, Beyond Hope. If you're only just joining us, please do throw a like on the video, and of course you can also subscribe if you're new to the channel, even if you're watching post live. But so what we'll do is we'll get into a discussion then about what the expansions might be and what my ideas are on that. I don't really have per se any inside knowledge, but I've got a pretty good idea what they're going to be doing. Like I say, I don't think it's going to be a reboot. So the expansion, we might get another fairly largish expansion like Elites. And the reason I don't think there's going to be a reboot, and I think they're going to keep expanding it at least for the next year, a big signal for that is the fact that we had the annual at the end of last year, and they would not release an annual in December of last year and then not carry on Kill Team, whether it's rebooting it or whether that means that they are just going to carry on, like I say, with these expansions and things for at least a year before they reboot the game again. Obviously, you've got this Psychic Awakening thing stuff going on for like full size 40k, which is a good indication that will there be a tie-in from Kill Team with that? Who knows? Question mark on that one. I doubt it. Doesn't tend to be the kind of thing they do. They tend to keep the games fairly separate, as far as I've seen so far, anyway. The other idea I had for an expansion they might well be doing is touching more on narrative. So, Beyond Hope there has said Kill Team got an annual, and all the talk is a reboot with 9th edition. And I know there is a talk about as well about what will happen before there's going to be expansion or not, because I don't think a 9th edition for 40k will be coming for a little while yet. So my guess is they'll still want to do something before then, possibly, but who knows? But we're going on talking about the general subject here, just what we think might be coming. But my guess, if they do an expansion, I mean, you've seen what they've done with Warcry and things. It will be, and the other thing to note as well is obviously is that the last time we had Kill Team, what GW tends to do is release the full 9th. What they will probably do is release a full 9th edition. Then Kill Team or the skirmish version of that game usually comes out like a good half a year to a year later. And it was the same with the last edition of Kill Team when we got this massive new reboot. The only other rumor that is spreading around is that the actual Kill Team, new Kill Team reboot will just come out in the new 9th edition rulebook. And then it'll be like Sigmar and the old Kill Team skirmish games were like. They were just inside the actual core rulebook for full size 40k. I hope that's not a thing. I really hope it's not. I hope they keep the game separate. Like I say, the fact that they've released an annual the previous year now for both Warcry and Kill Team makes me think that they're going to stick with it and that they won't be giving it up. So Xavier Soviet has just touched upon what I was going to say, actually, so must be connected a bit there. He said perhaps have dreadnought type vehicles, but have 5th edition 40k rules, e.g., if arm gets damaged, can't use any arm weapons, basically having each part of it have its own health and such. Yeah. So what I was going to say is my first thought went straight to, if you guys also play Warcry, you'll know of Monsters and Mercenaries. Monsters and Mercenaries is they release some allies, so they might be able to release a book like this and still release some other special units that we haven't had in the game yet. There are still plenty of models I can think of and unit types that can be released for all factions. I can think of them off the spot. So I know that they can still do that in an elite type release and give us more units to use. But as Xavier's just touched on there, what I can see happening is a Monsters and Mercenaries style release where you have also monsters, or in this case, vehicles, or both, released for Kill Team, where you have like these narrative style missions where you throw a monster or a vehicle in the middle of the map. It acts as an AI. You play the game, so you can still have a versus game between two factions, and then you have this AI monster or vehicle in the middle, causing a rampage, etc., or you can take control of it, etc. And like Xavier said there, they can probably come up with some sort of, way that works, like a mechanic in which that works. That would be really, really nice narrative-based thing to do. Obviously, as a channel, I've made the decision to go in a slightly more narrative direction. I think that covers... I tried my best, I think, to initiate with the competitive community and the narrative, but I personally, I'm not a very competitive player. I'm not a bad player, quite a good player. I've won tournaments and things like that before, but local tournaments anyway. But and obviously we've covered things like Underworld's a very naturally competitive game, but certainly Kill Team and especially Warcry, I'd rather focus on the slightly more narrative side of things. I'm quite happy when we do reviews and things to go into the competitive units and things in the game, but yeah, that's that, I suppose. Beyond All Hope there is saying about how vehicles and units and things like that will destroy the game for Kill Team. I don't think I can always tell you this now, that they will not release bigger units like that in Kill Team just to be able to use in your warband. If you want to look at the direction Kill Team's probably going in, Warcry is a good place to start because it's been very successful for GW. It's a simple game that gets so many new people involved with it. It's not like Kill Team where they released a ton of different books and people don't know where really to start. It's a great little game to get going with, even if you're just like a board game fan or something like that. It's so easy to set up with and get going on. But another idea, says Xavier, perhaps more varied terrain rules. I had a game a month ago where we came up with rules for randomized conveyor belts. So yeah, one thing, by the way, I thought they might be doing for Warcry is releasing the actual rules for the terrain from Sigmar as well. I think that could be another narrative thing they might think of doing. They've already said that for Warcry, they said after announcing the is it the fire? Somebody's going to have to remind me the name of the new Chaos Warband they've announced there for Warcry, but the fire dudes, can't remember what they're called. Not Fire Tyrants, that's a mix of the two new ones, but they look awesome, by the way. The new Warcry warband that they announced, but they also said for Warcry that there'll be still new warbands coming. We know that there's still the some of the other factions from AOS to come out. You've got like the Lumineth Realm Lords, isn't it? The new elves, the light elves, are yet to come out now, so they'll be coming. We've got the Empire. They still haven't been released yet. For some reason, they've held back on those. I don't know why that might be. It might be because they're going to separate the different cities of Sigmar. So you've got like Dispossessed, Empire, like Mortals. So it might well be that they separate those, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. One thing we need, especially now, is solo play, says Beyond Dope. Yeah, you're right about that. Obviously, with the channel, it's been hard to be able to do stuff by myself. But it's, by the way, guys, let me know in the comments. What do you think of the new format? If any of you guys have actually watched the new Bat Reps recently, for some of the stuff I've been releasing. Let me know what you think compared to obviously the old style. Which do you kind of prefer? I think it's better quality. Obviously, there are things I can tweak with it and improve still. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Please do. But yeah, otherwise, coming back onto Kill Team, I'm interested to see where it goes. I think, like people in the comments have been saying, there will be a reboot, if not a soft reboot, probably when 40k gets rebooted. It won't get rebooted before then. I'll be very surprised if it does. Just because they tend to come off the back of a massive new release for their big games, and then during the wave of that success, they'll release the skirmish version of the game and get quite a bit of popularity on riding on the wave, if you like, for the new that release. But yeah, what we've touched on there about having that Monsters and Mercenary Styles release wouldn't surprise me if they do that. I can't see a new edition coming for 40k until the end of the year, if not next year still, even though it's obviously coming up to that kind of thing with this Psychic Awakening. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see with that. Beyond All Hope says, oh, and if GW can mix it with Playmobil, a lot of Warcry players seem to be buying the Playmobil Roman Arena for proper Blood Pit. Seen a few bat reps with Spire Tyrants in this environment. Yeah. I have seen quite a few like that, to be fair, doing that. It seems quite cool, what they've been doing with it. But yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's going to be interesting to see where things go. There's not really any other factions you can now release for Kill Team. Warcry is obviously still pumping out all of the new factions for Warcry anyway, because we haven't had them put across to it yet. So we're going to be waiting for those to be released now. But yeah, if you've only just joined us, guys, thanks for joining. And we're not going to make this too long of a video, so thanks if you have joined us live. We've had some questions from people, which is great. Please do throw a like on the video if you've only just joined us. Even if you're behind on the live stream, it doesn't matter. These new skirmish casts, hopefully I'm going to be doing weekly, I'm going to be designed for people to listen to or watch whilst you're doing your painting or whatnot anyway. So throw a like and leave us some comments as well, guys. Get involved in the community and subscribe if you're new as well. If you missed the start, by the way, I have announced the winners from the live stream that we did a little while ago. KCR and Red Crovey, you are the winners of our prize giveaways for that mental health stream that we did, and we raised £500, which is just amazing. So thanks so much to anybody who got involved. I know that we've had new members that have joined us through Patreon and things because they said how much they appreciated what we were doing, which is great. I want to form some kind of a community around us, what we're doing, so that's fantastic. You've probably all seen, if you've kept in touch with the posts I've been putting up, even if I haven't been able to keep up with the usual bat rep rate on the channel, painting up some Marvel Crisis Protocol, so that's going to be coming out hopefully on the channel. Otherwise, obviously, I'll keep trying to go on with Kill Team Warcry. We'll see how things go. But yeah, it should be interesting. Xavier, the problem I have with Kill Team is it was too similar to 40k for me. There was no real reason to use more than 1 to 2 units, unlike the type of variation that Warcry has. Yeah, I agree, to be honest, Xavier. I think it needs a reboot, really. It won't, I don't think, but I think it needs a reboot, similar to the likes of Warcry. Warcry fits a skirmish style game far better. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy Kill Team, but for a newcomer, it's so hard to learn in comparison to Warcry. Warcry is such a simple game. For me, I'll be honest, slightly too simple when it first came out, and even more recently, but since they've released more factions, slightly more faction-specific abilities and rules have come into the game. There's slightly more of a challenge when you're facing against other warbands and such. So I think that's added more to the game for me. And since I've started to focus more on a narrative basis, I'm enjoying it more as well. So that's great to see. And obviously with the new video layout, obviously the way I'm doing things now, it seems to be working well. So Beyond Hope says +1 for the new video layout. Pleased you're offering as much Warcry stuff as you do. Keep it up. Thanks, Beyond Hope. Brilliant to know. Yeah, I'll be still doing the videos. Obviously they take a lot longer to film and to edit, but I'm hoping to still keep rolling out, a Kill Team vid and a Warcry vid each week. It might be that if I do something like Marvel Crisis Protocol on an odd week here and there, it'll replace one or the other, depending when I happen to film them. If you do want to become a member, by the way, and join Patreon, in the link in the description below, I do an extra 10-15 minute video every week just for members, to let people know about stuff behind the scenes that I'm actually doing hobby-wise and things, what I'm getting up next for the channel, etc. I'm hoping, because obviously I haven't released any bat reps yet this week, the next bat rep will hopefully be this Friday, I want to say, but don't hold me to that, because that'll be the next Kill Team bat rep, which is Kroot and Katachan, which is a really nice narrative theme game, and I hope you enjoy that one. But plenty still to come from the channel. Hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Like I say, please do throw a like if you're joining post live, guys, or if not, so be it. But like I say, those winners, please do contact me via email. The link in the description below. You can find my contact details, etc., for the channel, so you can join me there, and we'll talk about how to get those prizes to you. Like I say, £500 raise, guys, for that mental health awareness, rolling for mental health. Fantastic. Josh, I can see, has been in the live comments, so thanks for Josh doing that. From Three Spires Gaming. I know he's chuffed to bits with what we managed to raise for them. Obviously, we're only a small channel, so still at the moment anyway. We are growing, to be fair, and I'm hoping that this new style of battle report and the new quality and things that I've brought to the channel will hopefully, draw even more people in. But I know for a fact that some people, and I wasn't myself a while back, only of the bat rep style and banter bat rep style filming. But I think times are changing, and I thought it'd be best for myself to change as well. And with the new direction I'm going with the channel, with the more narrative basis, just good fun, really, rolling some dice and having some fun. Hopefully giving people a bit of a laugh as well, whilst also, providing a bit of learning for newcomers for the games as well. But I will certainly be looking forward to whatever happens with Kill Team. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think's coming for Kill Team, and obviously Warcry as well. I think you'll find there'll be a lot more Warcry new release stuff on the channel over the next year due to what GW are doing. Whether we'll get an expansion before things happen, who knows? Xavier says, outside of mini wargaming, this channel is my favorite for Warcry bat reps, honestly. Thanks so much, Xavier. Really, really appreciate that. Obviously, obviously mentioning mini wargaming, they're a massive channel, and they inspire even the likes of me, and I'm sure no channel out there that's at the stage we are can say that they're not inspired by those guys, because they're the people that started all of this basically and gave us all a channel to have and this idea to do, essentially, I suppose. Obviously, we all have our own styles and our own things that we cover. I want to be able to cover the skirmish side of GW's games mostly, but also, you have seen, just like you've said, mini wargaming there, we do cover other bits and bobs here and there now and again as well. But hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. I'm going to leave it there, I think, because we've done enough there for today. I want to keep them under half an hour, these skirmish casts. But what I'm going to do is start doing these on a weekly basis, hopefully, but in the evening time, so that everybody can join, even if you're at work still due to the lockdown. But remember, guys, stay inside, stay safe if you are on lockdown, and we'll all get through this together. Don't worry about it. And once again, thanks to everybody who's helped raise that money for Mind, and get in touch with me if you've won those prizes. But thanks for everybody in the comments. Stay safe. Hope you're all enjoying the videos, and I'll see you later, guys. Happy skirmishing.